This is Colin O'Keefe for LXBN TV. We are here at LegalTech New York 2013. I'm here with Joe Garber, Vice President at RenewData. Joe, first off, everyone's talking about predictive coding. What are you seeing out there in the predictive coding marketplace, and are there any blind spots?
Well, predictive coding, or technology-assisted review as it's more commonly or generically known, I should say, is a good idea in concept, in that you're taking technology and you've got this incredible volume of data that you need to go through, and leveraging that technology to expedite the review process, determining what the documents are that might be relevant. As I said, in concept, that makes a lot of sense, but the problem is, and the blind spot we see when we talk to customers is the whole concept of creating a seed set. And historically, the seed set, the definition of a seed set, which you use to train the system to look for other documents more like this types of documents, was about 500 documents. But the problem with that is that's very, very narrow, and you're not able to capture every semantical pattern that's out there. So you're seeing the seed sets grow from 500 to 1,000 to 2,000 to, I saw just as recently as the other day, 10 to 20,000 documents. And even then, so the one blind spot is just the concept of how big does a seed set need to be. But even if you get as far out as 20,000 documents, the second blind spot is, well, is that big enough? Have I done enough to capture every type of document, every semantical pattern I'm looking for, to identify the documents I'm looking for? And the answer is not really, and the reason why is because computers don't understand context like humans do.
So when we talk about those blind spots, those challenges, computers not recognizing things like humans do, how can those types of issues be addressed? How can those blind spots be covered more or less?
Well, you can look at the problem a little bit differently. And artificial intelligence, which is often used synonymously for predictive coding in our market, isn't the only way to do technology-assisted review. You can also use language to understand content. And that's what we do. And that is looking at the documents, identifying what words would make a document relevant, or conversely, those documents that wouldn't be relevant, and clearly setting those aside in the first place as not relevant with a record as to why. And then secondly, taking a highlighter, something very simple, a highlighter, and asking a reviewer to highlight the language in each document that makes that potentially relevant. The result is, and then bulk tag other documents with similar language. The result there is you're still using technology-assisted review. You're still achieving the same type of savings, 70 to 80% versus traditional linear review. But what you also have is one step farther. With predictive coding, you're just identifying documents that might be relevant. With language-based analytics or language-based review, you're able to identify what documents might be relevant, but also understand a little bit more about them. What do these documents mean? Because you're looking at the highlights, as I described a second ago. You're able to extract knowledge from them and identify sub-issues of the case, and to identify and have a kind of a Cliff Notes version of what those documents are that might be potentially relevant. And importantly, especially to corporations, is reuse that work product for future cases, because e-discovery, for better or for worse, isn't a one-time deal for most corporations. It's a common occurrence, and therefore one would want to make it a regular business practice, and you're able to do that with language-based analytics.
Absolutely. It's something you're doing a lot of. You want to make sure you're doing it right. Once again, that was Joe Garber, Vice President at RenewData. For more of our interviews from LegalTech New York 2013, visit us at lxbn.com. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you. Appreciate it.